Welcome aboard the Disney Wonder on the Disney Cruise Line. About to go on a 5-day Alaska cruise and starting in the port of Vancouver, which is spent a few days there. It's really an amazing city, very multicultural, very close to the outdoors. Just had a really nice experience here. This is actually the last of the Disney ships I've been on. The first was the Magic, way back 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago. We did a Caribbean cruise, and then we went on the two larger ships, the Fantasy and the Dream. So this will be the last one, which is kind of cool. This is the deck just above the Cabanas restaurant, and this place here is called the Canada Place, which is a nice little port, the cruise ships and a lot of activity. But really neat city, a lot of things to do. Alright, all Disney cruises have a sail away party or celebration. It's going to start soon. This is another view of the other side of the Vancouver Bay here. So quite big, very scenic. There's a little view of the pool deck. Main screen here. Big pool area. Alright. This is deck 4, I guess we should call it the promenade deck. This is it's one of, if I were to have like one secret, this is one of my favorite places just to kind of come and chill out. It's nice, you can walk completely around the ship. It's a nice place to kind of get away from some of the hustle and bustle, which I appreciate a lot more these days. And if you have a little one, to kind of walk them while they sleep. A little light floats above us, and get great views actually, with nice calm as well, and a place to relax. So definitely one of my tips and favorite places. Here's a map of our itinerary, a view from the bridge. This is deck 5, where they have a lot of the youth activities, and a good view into the main atrium or hall. One of the dining rooms down on the right there. And see through the windows, we are at sea. So here's a quick view of the ship at nighttime. Just going out here. So this is the adult pool area, which is I guess a little bit of a break from the rest of the ship. Here we are cruising at nighttime, just after seeing a movie, so it's also pretty empty out here. Just a little bit of the ship out here. Check out the skies here. Pretty dark. I managed to be able to see some more stars out here, although the ship itself, I think, creates some light pollution. Definitely noticed it's a lot colder out here than in the Caribbean for sure, and windy, so. But it's just a kind of neat thing to see. Another side of the ship. So it's now towards the end of the day of our first full day at sea. Been sort of winding our way through narrow passages and mixed islands. And I believe this is still the British Columbia coast of Canada. Very dramatic coastline, very different than the Caribbean. Just being up so close to the land in these narrow passages, so it's quite a bit different. It's a really unique experience. Seeing some small boats out there, and it's really pretty neat. So this is Animator's Palette, an example of one of the rotational and dining restaurants on the ship, and this is actually the one restaurant that is on in the rotational dining that's on every ship. And it's an example of sort of how Disney tries to do things a little bit differently. Very strong character theming, and this restaurant can sort of be changed. The pictures on the wall can kind of change to do different themes. So really kind of neat place. So dinner time. So it's now Friday, about midday, and we are definitely in Alaskan waters. And there's the coast, and the plan is to pull not into Tracy Arm, but go up the Endicott Arm, and then go over into the bay there, and hopefully get up close to the glacier. So that'll be really neat, and hopefully a lot of neat things to see along the way. I saw some ice out in the water there. Really calm and serene. To see the snow in the mountains. People getting ready with their binoculars and cameras to see some great things. Here's a view from the other side of the ship. You can definitely see what looks like, I'm guessing an ice bar or something there. You can see ice in the water. So heading up. Or something like that. And looks like there's a catamaran down there, probably waiting to pick up some people for some sort of a tour. Here's the view from the backside of the ship, just off the Cabana's restaurant deck as we make our way up the arm. You see some larger piece of ice there.
Yep. Yep.
Water is quite a neat color there, affected by some of the glaciers around. Okay, here we are almost to the end of the arm. And there is the glacier we've been waiting for. I wish I remember the name of it. I might add it in later if I do. There it is. To me it looks like maybe that's where a lot of these pieces of ice have come from. Just kind of breaking off and kind of floating down. And I think the plan is to, we'll at some point turn around and head back out. Alright, here we are in Ketchikan, Alaska. I guess the only real port of call on this cruise. It's an old fishing, mining, and logging town, and apparently the one of the first towns in Alaska, and also the rain capital. But today the weather is quite nice, which I guess is unusual. And also in the United States, so we have cell phone coverage and can use the currency and things like that. So look forward to exploring the town. This is the Blueberry Arts Festival, which just happens to be the first weekend of August here at the end of Main Street. Just a kind of nice way to blend in with the locals and just kind of get a feel for the town. Really nice. Okay, here we are on our final day heading back down to Vancouver. It's definitely more overcast today, but it's cleared enough to be able to see the coast again. I heard sometime around 12:15 or so we're supposed to pass through the Seymour Narrows, which is a very narrow part of the Georgia Strait, or somewhere between Vancouver Island and the coast, where you can only cross at high or low tide. So I don't know if we'll be able to see that, but that'll be kind of something neat before we head back to Vancouver. All right, almost done. All right, it's early Monday morning, and here we are, arriving back into Vancouver. Straight ahead is the Lions Gate Bridge, under which we'll pass again and head back into the bay after a great 5-night Alaska cruise aboard the Disney Cruise Line Wonder. Thanks for watching with me.